So if you just use Turtle Shell inside a Paradox Junction and maybe an explosive weapon, you can, in theory, get to whatever round you want to get to. And it's literally that easy. And today I'm going to show you exactly how. Here's my setup for Juggernog, and then also here is my setup for Toxic Growth. I would recommend this if you want to copy and paste what I do. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. To unlock all new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP, check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code SPAZO to save 5% off for a limited time only. So using Turtle Shell inside a Paradox Junction, along with other things, makes rounds so easy. And it's actually kind of crazy how good it can truly be. Turtle Shell is one of those augments that people look past a lot, whether they want to use the one that gives you 50 plus HP, which is super duper helpful, but nothing really, in my opinion, compares to the power that you can have whenever you use Turtle Shell. I mean, there's so many strategies that we've done here on the channel that just become like 10 times easier with Turtle Shell, and I'm not even joking. It's actually pretty crazy. Today we are going to see just how fast we can actually go through rounds with using this strategy. I brought in the NX Ravager today because I figured, you know what, we haven't used this crossbow in a minute and it's always pretty good to go through rounds with. Why the heck not try it, right? So that's what we're going to do today. Now, it should be pretty interesting. Now, I'm not really going to look at the time right now and see like, oh, yeah, we took, you know, this amount of time, which obviously we will when we end our game. But, you know, once we kind of get pack open and we can actually start going through rounds, that's when we're really going to see just how fast we can do this type of stuff. I really have high hopes in this game. But now we really, our only thing we got to do is turn Pack-a-Punch on. And that's really simple in Paradox Junction, but this just kind of goes to show just how overpowered some augments can be inside of the game and some certain combos can be inside of the game. It's actually kind of crazy. Our Plague Hound round, we're going to be able to get through this pretty quick, and then we'll be able to teleport and kind of get our little side Easter egg rewards, get Pack-a-Punch going, and then we'll be good. I do need to purchase a little bit of ammo. Well, actually, no, we don't have to. I mean, it's only 250 essence, but, you know, that adds up, I guess, over time, right? Maybe a little bit. There comes a point in your game where you really don't need any more essence, but we got through that round just fine. Let's get our rewards now so we can actually Pack-a-Punch this crossbow, get blue rarity on it, and then maybe we'll get a good legendary weapon. Sometimes you can be surprised, man. No. Okay. We are not surprised today. We got Death Perception as our perk. We can get War Machine. Dude, that's such a nice side Easter egg. Like, this is such a fun map to play just because of how easy it is to, like, set up. That's really the only thing. I mean, yeah, it's easy to go through rounds on this map. I mean, it's extremely easy, but you can really just hop in and play, and that's definitely been something I've been missing. You know, it's always nice to do those crazy quests and to do some crazy things to turn on Pack-a-Punch, but sometimes it's nice to just spawn in and play and kill zombies, just like back in the day. For sure. Alright, we just got to do this real quick. This will only take a minute, and then we'll be done. We'll have this ready to go. We can go ahead and start farming our strategy. We definitely got to get PhD Flopper for sure. It's one of those things that is a complete must. Okay, we killed that zombie for that one. We just have a few more of these to do. We can just shoot that down right there. Kill them as they fall in. There we go. That one's done. We can finish this round. There's some salvage on the ground right there we can pick up. We can just, again, shoot that right there. And boom, that one's done. There we go. Okay, we can shoot this next one. And then we'll be done here. Might as well throw a decoy out there. This freaking Plague Hound, dude. Oh my gosh. He is annoying. We can go ahead and reload real quick. Shoot that. Yeah, we definitely need to get PhD. PhD changes the game with explosives. Okay. Let's go ahead and convert our gums. We can get a decent amount for what we have. There's 10k. We can get, I think, 5k for this purple one with double points. And then, no, 2,500. And then 5k for the legendary. Okay, so we already got 28,000. We can go ahead and double pack this. Sweet. Okay. let's start trying to run through and get our perks. We got PhD up there. We got Vulture's Aid in the back of that house as well. That's going to be super duper helpful for us. So let's go ahead and open up this house, and then we'll run through this a little bit, grab what we need. Vulture's Aid is going to be nice because it's going to give us a ton of ammo dropped from these zombies, as well as give us decoys, things like that. Okay, we can kind of shoot these for a second. We got to get speed cola. It's actually here. That is clutch. We need to grab that before we go any further. Okay. Oh my gosh, that did not kill him. Okay, let's go grab speed cola. That's a pretty important perk for us. We probably already have the Wonder Fizz spawned in, to be fair, in the other version. But after we get this perk, we don't need any more. I mean, yes, the other ones do help, and they do make things a lot easier. But it's not a complete game changer, right? We're not going to be like, oh my god, there's such a big difference. We got to get rid of these zombies right here. We might as well just kill them right here before we enter our strategy. So there's a few strategies we can use with Turtle Shell. And we were already kind of just by one a minute ago. One, we can sit back there in that corner, right? And we can just turn our back. The other, we can sit there. And the other, we can sit on the other side of this just over there. So it's really a preference thing where you want to be. We can kind of run through them all today. Like, say, over here, you're just going to face the other way. Now, with Turtle Shell, it's very important that you get a 3-plate. You know, you don't really want a 1-plate for this. So it does require a little bit of setting up to kind of make sure that this stuff goes as easy as possible for you. So there's a max ammo. We only need a little bit more essence before we can actually get that. So say for this one, we want to throw down a toxic growth, right? If you're going to use this strategy right here, we want to go teleport back since that's the version we're going to be in. So there we go. We can just head back through here. No big deal. We already have a few zombies. So if you want to do this strategy, we're going to throw our toxic growth right there. Now, obviously, toxic growth is going to do a lot of the work. So I kind of like to sit right here. And we can kind of kill these zombies pretty quick in this sort of strategy like this, where you don't really lose armor because of that. Now, this strategy isn't as fast, in my opinion. But you can obviously still use it. As you guys seen, we just went through that round pretty freaking quick, right? And we had to teleport and do a ton of different things. But it's nice, this strategy, because you have a spawn right here. So you kill a lot of these zombies whenever they're just literally right there. So it saves you a lot of time in your rounds. But I still don't think that this is the fastest strategy you can do inside of the game. I think the other two are probably a little bit quicker. But again, it's just kind of dependent on where you want to be. And of course, once you kind of start going through these rounds, it actually gets faster the more rounds you go through because the zombies are a little bit quicker, things like that, in a sense. We need to go ahead and grab our 3-plate now. Here we go. It's already round 15. We can grab some armor right here. Again, we can just camp right here with our backs turned. We're not going to lose no HP because, of course, we have Turtle Shell. But yeah, you guys can see, like, the zombies in this area, they spawn so much everywhere. They don't really spawn kind of close to you, nor do they really pile up that much. So you end up using a lot more ammo, I think, with this strategy. But again, it's still a very good spot to sit. You just use a little bit more, I like to think, right? Now, there's the other strategy as well that we can run today, where obviously you sit up here. I'm sure most of you guys know this strategy. I mean, everybody kind of knows about this strategy. But if you sit here with Turtle Shell and you kind of can shoot this floor right here, I mean, you can really do some work without toxic growth as well, right? It becomes one of those strategies that you can really just play with one hand on your controller and not have to worry about anything. It's very, very simple to do. And this strategy to me is actually very quick, but you got to make sure if you're going to use this crossbow that you actually shoot this ground, because you can shoot through that right there. You don't want that to happen, of course. Not one bit. We need to grab some ammo real quick. We already have enough to get epic rarity, so we can do that. We're really gonna go through these rounds pretty quick. Pretty freaking fast. Now, I want to do a few rounds with this strategy, then we'll kind of cover the other strategy as well. But it's just kind of in a sense with Turtle Shell. Again, with this one, you can use Toxic Growth, and I recommend it. But you don't have to. So it's kind of one of those strategies that if you don't have it, if you get to that point in your game and it's kind of hard to get and you can't always get it, it's always going to be a good go-to strategy for you. We can shoot again. Just watch our mini-map. Make sure we're kind of killing these zombies with our arrows. Sometimes you can get a little bit carried away with some of these things. and you end up wasting too much ammo. Okay, it's a Plague Hound round. We got a double point. Sweet. I will take it for sure. There's a TV back there. You can shoot it. That was the dude from, what's it called? The Black Ops 6 Nuketown event. I remember that. Okay, or it was the Christmas event. Pretty sure. There was no Nuketown event in Black Ops 6. Come on, give me my max ammo. Where is it? Jeez, there's so many Plague Hounds. There we go. Nice. Alright, there's our max. So we'll do this strategy to 20. We'll swap it to a different strategy, and then we'll kind of just go back and forth so you guys can kind of see all the strategies today. And we can hit that again. And then we can just go back up here. Rinse and repeat. You can always shoot the wall too if you wanted to, but you want to make sure you're angled enough to where the zombies hit your back. Like, see right there, we took a little bit of HP damage because our angle was off. So you want to make sure wherever you're at, the zombies can only hit you in the back. That way they're just taking down your armor. Come on. And there's not many left for this round. You can just keep killing them as they're up here. There we go. And that's it. That's that round. That's round 19. Okay, round 20. All right, let's do our other strategy. So right here, we can sit, right? Where you kind of just funnel right here. You don't really have to do nothing crazy. Again, you can just chill. Now, you can obviously pop a toxic growth in this strategy, but you don't have to, right? Because the zombies are all just going to funnel from this little space. So you get a very easy shot at just turning your back, and you have a big pocket as well. That's the one nice thing about this spot right here, is you have a lot of room to move, but also this strategy is very fast because of so many spawns. You got spawns coming from right here, you got spawns coming from over there, back there, over there, and up there. So you definitely can put in some work right here with this strategy. 100%. Sometimes I'll even just let some of the zombies just stack up. Now, obviously, they can get knocked down a little bit by the mimic, and they can kind of get in front of you, but most of the time you can shoot. It's not really no issue whatsoever. But here we go. We're taking this round down pretty quick. I usually just stare at my mini-map whenever I'm doing a strategy like this, just so I can kind of see when the zombies are actually behind me. When there's multiple ones, I usually try to wait to at least kill a few per shot. Sometimes you can really go through ammo if you try and just kill zombies one by one, especially with a weapon like this. We do have enough for triple pack. Let's go do that real quick. We've only been in this game for 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes, but we can go there and we can head back over here. All right, come on, zombies. We can just kill these guys right here since they're already over here. There's really no point in taking them back over that way. We're good. There we go. There's a double point. I'll take it. And nice. Okay. There's the end of that round. Cool. Now we are on to round 23. Should be. Here we go. That zombie's now dead. Yeah, there's so many strategies you can do with Turtle Shell inside a Paradox Junction. It really is a preference thing, right? It's whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Some will say that this one's better than the other, and then someone else will say that that other one's better than this one. Again, it's really just up to you what you want to use. They're all pretty freaking good. Especially when you have Turtle Shell with them. That is so strong, that plague damage. Come on. And there's our max. We'll head back to this strategy right here, so I can show you guys it a little bit. Again, we can pop our toxic growth, and we gotta go teleport. Dang it. All the way back over here, man. That is the one thing I always forget about Plague Hound rounds. I always do, man. Here, we can head back over here. We can just... Okay, never mind. We're not shooting that. Zombies. Holy moly. What the heck? Alright, we can head back over here. Alright, we're just gonna kind of sit by this chimney a little bit. And just shoot. Our toxic growth is gonna kill most of these zombies because we do have the one augment on where the zombie actually gets turned, the first zombie, and then he just guards us. So that can be pretty OP when it comes to this. But then we have Turtle Shell again, just in case. There's a max armor. And then obviously ammo's right there, if you need it. Not too far. Actually, some would say it's pretty freaking close. Okay. Round 25. That mimic destroyed our bullet, but explosive weapons, he always does. There's nothing you can really do about it. We can just keep shooting. Got a decent amount of zombies stacked up behind us, and there's a nuke. That'll end that round. And round 25 is over. There we go. Also, there's another strategy I think we can actually do that I just now thought of. Where is this last zombie? I hate grabbing a nuke and the round actually still goes. No way we have one zombie left. You gotta be kidding me. So the other strategy we covered this day one of Paradox Junction, you pop a toxic growth right here, but if we turn our backs right here, we might be able to get away with this with turtle shell. Just being honest, this could be a possibility of us not taking damage. Now you gotta stand in a perfect spot or else the zombies can knock you off, as you guys can see how kind of I am, but literally right on this post. And you'll be good. So we can just do this. And then this round should almost be over. And if you want, you can just turn, get an extra shot in over there, finish the round. That's just gonna make it so much quicker, right? If you just do a little thing like that. It completely changes the game. Again, new round, we can just get up here. Shoot that mimic a little bit. Okay, the mimic's dead, so we can pop back a little bit on our post. And we can just shoot. I'm really not worried that plague damage, you know, it is what it is. But all these zombies are now hitting our armor. We no longer have a toxic growth right here, so this is just all turtle shell. So just make sure you keep an eye on your actual armor, and we are completely out. We can do that. Do that. Do that. And there's a max. Nice. And it's a plague hound round. Once again, it's another dog round. But that's how easy it really is, dude. I mean, turtle shell makes these strategies insane. You really can't complain. It's so hard to die. And then, on top of that, if you want to take it a step further and you want to do these in curves, oh my gosh, dude. You can do them with the Sundergat. Literally, the Sundergat just pointing it at the ground and shooting. With turtle shell, you can go to any round you want to go to. I'm not joking. It's really OP. It really is. Okay. There's that. So, well, actually, you know what? No. I don't feel like doing that. But this changes strategies in this version, right? But one strategy that'll never change, no matter what you do, is going to be the stairwell strategy that we were doing. Again, you just pop your toxic growth, stand on the good old post, and we can just camp up here with our turtle shell. There's a max armor right there. How clutch is that? A little bit of ammo on the ground from Vulture's aid. Okay, keep coming, zombies. Weapon level 203. Nice. Slowly getting to that 250. I don't use this crossbow enough to really have it already 250. And there we go. There's the end of that round. But you guys can see just how easy it is to do this inside of zombies. It's no joke. Literally free rounds. Free XP just by using turtle shell and, you know, maybe an explosive weapon. It's crazy. If you guys remember Alpha Omega, how easy it was to go through rounds using the ballistic knife and the ethereal razor perk, it's literally that 2.0, just a different setup. It's crazy how easy this is. We can shoot down there a little bit. Okay, we're about to be out of ammo. What we can do, what do we got? There's a nuke. We can grab that. A little bit of ammo on the ground, but it would just be better to refill. No brainer about that. And then I don't know if that's the end of the round or what. Is it? No, that is not the end of the round. Jump up here. Jump up here. Nice. You actually get hit by meat, I'm pretty sure. What if you kill them fast enough is the question. No, I don't think this works. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know how easy it is for you to go through go through rounds inside of this. Do you guys find it easy? Let me know down below. Also, check out some of these strategies we did today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.